Hello! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a while. I don't know about you guys, but during the whole quarantine process of COVID, I have been completely unmotivated. So that's basically why I haven't made any YouTube videos in a long while. I wanted to originally document all of my travels for my feature dance tour. That has been placed on hold indefinitely. Now I figured I'm just gonna make a bunch of videos, just YouTube videos. I don't really have a purpose anymore. I'm just gonna make YouTube videos and whatever. So, what this YouTube video is about is I have been struggling with a health condition for the last few years, and just a fair warning, this is totally TMI. This whole video is TMI. Way too much information. You'll probably look at me differently. You'll probably make fun of me in the comments below, but you know what? Maybe this video will help at least one person who may or may not be struggling with the same thing that I've been struggling with for the last few years. We'll back up a few years ago. I was diagnosed with a rare form of E. coli. I have no idea where the hell I got it. Apparently you typically get this form of E. coli in third world countries, but quite frankly I haven't been to a third world country, so I have no idea how I got it. I was treated for it. I still was pretty sick, experiencing really bad GI issues, and so I went back, pooped in a hat. For those of you who don't know, when you have GI issues, especially bowel issues, they make you poop in this hat, and then it's really gross. You have to like poop in this hat and like scoop your poop and put it in like these little containers, and sometimes it's a 3-day process, sometimes it's a 1-day process, and then you have to put your poop on ice and then bring it into the facility, the lab or wherever, and you hand them this bag with your poop and you say, here's my poop, and then they analyze it and then they tell you something is wrong or not wrong. I did that again. I pooped in a hat twice, and both times I had this rare form of E. coli. Both times I was treated. So the problems still consisted, and it started becoming an ongoing joke that literally from the time I wake up until probably the majority of the day, I have to all the time. And this is really embarrassing, but I promise you this video is going somewhere other than completely humiliating and embarrassing myself. Besides that, I have extreme GI issues, and fast forward, it's been a few years, and I have gone through several doctors, and every doctor has the excuse of, oh, you need to change your diet. I have tried literally every diet under the sun. I have tried being vegan, I have tried being vegetarian, I've tried being pescatarian, I've tried not eating red meat, I've tried the brat diet, I've tried the diet where you take away everything and slowly introduce things. I've tried so many different diets, and literally none of them worked. After changing doctors over and over and over again, I finally was approved to see a GI specialist because finally I got rid of this weird E. coli thing. Just a side note, we all have E. coli inside of ourselves, but this was an unhealthy, rare form of E. coli that I wish I could remember the freaking name, but I just can't. As I said before, you get this E. coli from like a third world country, so I don't really even know how I got it in the first place, but that's besides the point. I spoke to the GI specialist, and the GI specialist said, you know what, we're gonna biopsy your colon. Fun, right? But before that, we're going to COVID test you. I have been really good with self-quarantining. I haven't hung out with friends. Not that I really do to begin with because I'm an introvert, but I have been really good, except for the fact that I go to Target probably every day or every other day, and I sprinkle in a little bit of Walmart in there in the grocery store because it is boring being under lockdown. We've been in lockdown since March. They eased up the lockdown and now slowly but surely closing things again. I went and got COVID tested. My experience getting COVID tested was pretty easy breezy. I've heard horror stories of having to wait 3 hours in line in your car for the drive up. With Kaiser, I made an appointment. It was super early in the morning. I got there, I waited maybe 5 minutes. And they did both a nasal and a throat swab, which I was pretty shocked that they did both. I was really hoping that I would luck out and just get the throat swab, but let me tell you, the nasal swab is not fun. I mean, it's not horrible, it doesn't hurt or anything, it's just super uncomfortable. It's just annoying. Got my COVID test results within 24 hours, and thankfully, I do not have COVID. And I went a few days later, I got my colon biopsied, and I was extremely nervous because number one, I don't like anal. I primarily don't like anal because it's like virtually impossible for me to clean out because I'm constantly Number two, like your butthole is just one of those things where it's like, I don't even care if I'm a porn star and I don't even care if I've done anal. It's literally just invasive and uncomfortable, and I just don't like things up my butt. Especially strangers. Before the appointment, you have to completely empty out your bowels. And for somebody like me, that's a process. I stopped eating on Sunday night at 6 p.m. and I did not eat until Tuesday at 2 p.m. My appointment was Tuesday at 11:30. I could have had breakfast if I wanted to on Monday, but I didn't because I just know my body and I know that it's like so hard to clean myself out considering that I've had to do it for anal scenes. Basically, I just didn't eat for 2 days. Oh, and then you have to do like 3 enemas the day before and make sure it's like clean and whatever. So I had what you call a sigmoidoscopy. So it is not a colonoscopy. Basically, they don't go all the way up your colon. They just go about halfway up. My doctor told me ahead of time that I would not be being put to sleep because the procedure literally only takes about 10 minutes. It honestly felt kind of like a colonic, but a little bit more uncomfortable because obviously they're biopsying the insides of your colon. They stick this flexible camera inside your booty, you lay on your left side, and there's a screen you can watch for your viewing pleasure if you'd like. I didn't. For some reason, looking at the inside of yourself is even more uncomfortable than the experience already is. I didn't really feel exactly when she was biopsying the insides. They pump air into your insides. It sticks this flexible tube inside me. It was about 10 minutes. It felt a little bit more intense than a colonic, but quite honestly, it wasn't that bad. So now I'm waiting for my test results. I'm pretty confident that I don't have cancer or anything serious like that, simply because my blood test results came back completely fine. The next step is to figure out if maybe I have IBS or Crohn's, which is something that people have been trying to diagnose me with for a long time, but we'll find out. So this is just the first chapter of what I've been going through, and I wanted to keep you guys informed because I feel like doctors nowadays, especially in America, the first thing they want to do is prescribe you medication before even finding out what the actual problem is. I'm really looking forward to finding out the test results and keeping you guys informed because, like I said, hopefully this video will help other people who struggle with the same GI issues that I've been struggling with for the last 2 years. It's really a terrible feeling because it affects the quality of your life. You know, you're constantly in discomfort and it's not fun. You know, you can't really live a normal life. So you have to constantly be, you know, paying attention to what you eat. So I'm sorry if this video was TMI, but hopefully it encourages other people who are experiencing the same problems that I'm experiencing to really just hang in there. be your own advocate, because if you're not your own advocate for your health, nobody else is going to be your advocate, especially in America, where I feel like the healthcare system is very flawed. It's controlled by big pharma, but that is a whole other conversation that I don't even want to get into in this video. I will check back in with you guys soon. I hope you have a great day, and it was so great hanging out with you guys. See you later. Thanks for watching my YouTube video. Make sure you subscribe and come back for more.